For your help after a Jamestown man was seriously injured in a motorcycle crash yesterday afternoon. This was in Ransom County. According to North Dakota Highway Patrol, 63-year-old Monty Rodeker was driving his motorcycle. It was during a 9/11 tribute run with 300 other motorcycles in the 6300 block of 119th Avenue. That's when they say a trike-style motorcycle and multiple others passed him at a high rate of speed. And once in front of him, the group abruptly braked as they tried to turn. That's when Rodeker was forced to brake and thrown from his bike into the highway. He was transported to a local hospital before being life-flighted to Sanford and Fargo. Anyone with any information about the crash is urged to contact the North Dakota Highway Patrol. The number's there on your screen. The crash does remain under investigation.